Hello? Forgot to switch between the blank scene and the real scene. Pam 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 pam. Para pam para pam pam. Pam 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 para pam para pam para pam para pam. What's going on? Why is not authorizing? Wait, I have a small technical difficulty. Pam pam para pam. Pam 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 pam. Hello? Pam para pam pam. Okay, I'm ready. Sorry, I was just reading some news. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. I was just reading the news and it seems there's been a massive attack tonight and today on Ukraine again. I mean, it happens every night, but tonight was particularly, and today was particularly problematic. So I'm just reading a few things. Just give me a second. Oh wow. Yeah, they attacked during the whole day today, so not just in the night as usual, but also during the day. One second, I just need to By the way, how are you today, guys, meanwhile? Yeah, this is the stuff of yesterday. Oh my god, 731 aerial assets tonight. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I'm just catching up on what happened today in Ukraine. They also got some high-rise buildings. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Let's go back to our stuff. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Not a great day, I have to say. Not a great day, but fine. So, what I want to work on today are desert bushes, right? The problem is that there is actually in the marketplace, right, two bushes that I think they are good enough, right? The problem is that they are in a very stupid format. So instead of being in an easy to export format, right, from with all the LODs and such, they are packed badly, right? Very badly. So they have zip files separate for each resolution, and yeah, and the result is and also each each LOD. Each LOD has the wrong number, right? Because LOD 0 in reality loads LOD 1, LOD 1 loads LOD 2, whatever. So they are all wrongly assigned. And plus, they have completely different names. So you cannot export it this way unless you rename them all, right? So it's super annoying. I don't know why they did something like this. But anyway, the idea is to see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 variations. We have 8 variations. So the idea is to load in every LOD 0. Every LOD 0. $243. This thing is impossible to understand. They packed it in a stupid way. LOD 0, 243. LOD 0, 3,500 vertices. 3,500 vertices for this? What do you mean? Oh, Jesus Christ, are you crazy? This is the most stupid idea I ever seen. Okay, so the row really should not be something that we're gonna use, right? The row is a very bad idea. The high. The high. Well, let me try to expand the eye a second. All of it. I want all of it. I'm on the other screen 1 second. I'm just extracting this mess that they did. They really did a mess, by the way. They really did a mess. LOD 0 variation A. LOD 0 variation A is this one. 434. 434. Yeah, which is basically the same as before, but with the proper, yeah, with kind of the proper, okay. Okay, if I go LOD1, what happens? If I go LOD1, okay. If I go LOD1, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 LOD, right? They have 4 LOD in this thing, and I think that the third LOD is the billboard. I think the third LOD is the billboard. I'm trying to understand how they organize this data, because it's very weird what they did, right? It's very stupid. $182. I mean, it doesn't really make a big difference, you know, between 300 triangles and 113. I mean, yes, but also no. So I don't know if we really want to have like 4, you know, 300, like this one, 240. So it's 400 is 350, 250. 113, and then the billboard. I think this one is the last one is the billboard. Yeah, this last one is the billboard, which by the way is not this, right? Because this one used the other texture. This one uses the billboard texture. No? No? Wait. Yeah, this one. Consider you see this very, very far away, right? So this is the lowest possible resolution. Now, this thing is using this. That I think it needs to be upgraded somehow. Let me see if I upgrade it. Yeah, kind of better, but still. Yeah. I think the opacity we need to go at least 2k, otherwise it's not gonna work. Okay, fine. I think I understand how this is set up, right? So there are two materials. One for LOD 123 and one for LOD 4. And we just have to decide if we really want to have 4 LOD for this shit. I think that is probably, we can probably skip LOD number 3, right? Or we skip 3 or we skip 2. Just because I think it's useless at this level of polygons. It's very useless. I think we skip LOD 2 probably. Okay, so to put them together, right? Do we want to have all of them or do we want to just select few of them? That's a good question. That's a good question. Jesus. You know, I have a good news on the Death Realm commission. Is going very well. I've seen another video and is at least one piece is done, so it's very, very good. I think that we can continue with this guy. I hope to find a guy that I can, you know, use regularly as a 3D modeler. This guy seems to be the right guy. Hopefully. It's very hard to find the right people. Okay, so if we want to export that as LOD, right? If I remember right, did we... don't remember if we added a guide here for LOD export on the wiki. Don't remember. Jeez, this website is super slow. It's not always slow, but sometimes it is slow. Yes. Import items from Blender into EU in the UE with LOD, right? So add an empty object. Okay. Add a custom property to LOD grouped and named FBX type with value LOD group. Oh wow. Name and empty and name item should be the same. Name of the geometry doesn't matter. Name should have LOD group, LOD. Okay. When exporting, select custom property. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. You see that our guides are actually useful. It's not that I type stuff just randomly, right? At the end we need it. Okay, let's try with C, which is the one that I like the most, right? Let's start with C. So variation C. So we take variation C, LOD 1, 2, and 3, and then we delete one. We decide which one, right? So we import them all. Okay, so this is our guy, right? This is our guy. And by the way, I don't understand why the last LOD is not a square. I mean, it's not an X. Oh, mysteries, really. Okay, so this one will be called Dead Shrubs Variation C LOD 0. Okay, So what the guide is telling us is that we need to add an empty object, add empty plain axis. Okay. We have to name it, add a custom property, add a custom property and call it, huh? Bra. I need to rename it. Okay. I need to call it fbx underscore type. Fbx underscore type. This is the property name, and the type should be a string, I guess, at this point, right? Should be a string, and the default value will be LOD group. LOD group. Okay. Huh? Hello? Is a string. Okay, fine. LOD group. Okay, LOD group. LOD group. Then name the name of the empty, the name of the item should be the same. So for example, we said that we call it dead shrubs, right? This will be dead shrubs. And then this one would need to go inside, yeah, inside of this. Can this go there, please? Parent object. Fuck. The other way. Okay. Okay, so now we have it parented. Now I just don't know if the first one needs to be named LOD0. Yeah, it needs to be named LOD0. Okay, and this should be underscore LOD group. This thing is a mess, by the way. But anyway, fine. Dead shrub variation C LOD group. Okay. And here we have our LOD0. Okay, nice. Okay, so now they are all child of that, and it is LOD0, LOD1, LOD. I don't know why it's LOD3, but anyway, LOD4. So there is an LOD2 missing. Okay, let's analyze them 1 second, right? One by one. So LOD0. LOD0 is this mess. Okay, how many polygons is this? It's 2K. Well, anyway, I think we will leave it. So this will be the highest resolution, right? The highest resolution. Fine. Then the next one is LOD1. That is half of it, so it is 1200, right? And the next one is LOD3. That is 255. And the next one is this shit. Well, maybe we can keep them all actually, because here the jump is very big, right? The jump here is from 1200 to 500, so it's half, and then you reach this guy. I don't understand why this guy is not properly. I mean, it's not an X, right? That is very strange. Okay, let me save this as. Let me save this. Wait. I think this will become something for us, right? So we need to put it in the right place. Let's put it in the right place. Let's put it under UArt, environment, plants, foliage or plants? Foliage or plants? Probably plants, yeah. Plants, we create a new directory. we create a new directory and we call it dead shrubs. Okay, and we will save our thingy here, and this will be dead shrubs. Dead shrubs. Okay, done. Okay, at least we have a home for this thing, right? At least we have a home, my boys. I don't understand this, but I mean, it's pretty evident this stuff is generated, right? It's not normal, it's generated. All of this is generated. All of this is generated, pretty much. Okay. Wait. So I need to copy from. I'm on the other screen at the moment. I have to copy temp4. So I have to copy PS temp4. We said that we go with the high, so I will copy opacity. No, opacity we said that we need 2K. There's no way. Yeah, we need 2K. So 1, 2, 3, and what? What is the other opacity? That is 4K. Okay, I need this. I need this. Yeah, I need this. Okay, I have it. So we can create a new material. So we will have two materials. The weird thing is that the billboard is called billboard, but billboard and base color. Fine. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of a texture, actually, if you ask me. But anyway. So we have billboard and okay. So billboard. Let's call it dead shrubs billboard. Okay, this will be one. And that shrub billboard is made of these pieces. Is made of this texture, yes. Billboard base. And is made of the opacity. And the opacity is billboard opacity. Here basically we want to have an alpha mask. Okay, you see that it's like this. I don't know why they did it so stupid, right? But they did it. So at the moment this thing is using is not using masked, right? It's not using masked. It's using full transparency. At least this is what it looks like, right? Yeah. So I think we want to do this or no? I would suggest doing it. I don't know if the idea is that this billboard is always facing you, right? And if it's always facing you, maybe it's enough to have not the X. But I don't know if you can have. Yeah, probably you can, right? So you can say to this material that is always camera facing. How do I say that the material? I think is screen space. Screen space. No. Material domain. Where is that? Two-sided. Is the material or is the geometry that is facing me? In a real engine, how can I have a bush mesh billboard always facing the camera? How can I have it? It's probably not the material though. I mean, you can do it with particles, but with you got three main approaches depending whether you want a bush or 100, whether you should rotate on axis on the job. No. This is a standard approach for bushes because it works in instant mesh and foliage tool. You move the vertex and the shadows and always your material set to use world position offset, basic setup, camera position. So you do it in the material. Arial ships with a material function called foliage billboard. Drop it in, plug it WPO, and done. Foliage billboard. Okay, I believe you. Obviously, it does not exist. Oh no, modified, right? Foliage billboard. Okay. We can try this. I never tried it. Master material. Foliage billboard. Jesus. But yeah, it looks like Oh wow. Okay. I mean, this is the one that actually on trees it looks very, very bad. But anyway, because they really become like a sheet of paper, right? But anyway, I think we can apply this if we want to. If we want to, we can apply this. The other way would be to use a standard material, so to avoid having that look at you all the time, right? So I think it looks a bit awkward actually. And just having something. Consider this one, you will see it from like this distance, right? So it will be a very hard to. I think personally I prefer this. Personally, I think I prefer this actually. I prefer the two sides. I prefer the two sides. Okay. So this is our billboard LOD4, right? Now LOD3 is a completely different material. And this guy is called Dead Shrubs Matte. And this one will have an image and another image. And this one will have not the billboard but the base color and this opacity, right? Okay. It now looks very, 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 very thin. I don't know why, but it looks super thin. I don't know why. But anyway. Okay, and now we can apply, so this needs to be renamed LOD2, and this needs to be renamed LOD3, right? LOD3, yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yep, exactly. And the material should be the same between all these guys, right? Okay. So now if we try to export this, right? I don't know why they didn't give the, they didn't create the package like this, right? You know, when they say game ready, they always say game ready. Everything is game ready for them, but it never works. So if we export FBX in the same thing and we call it dead shrubs underscore variation C, right? And we select, we do selected object, right? And we do custom properties, right? We have to export this as well. Custom properties, okay. And now we go in Unreal. And where is my dead tree? My dead tree are under foliage trees. Okay, it's fine. We can put it under plants. We don't have bushes, so I think that we can have under plants. We can have our new thingy and call it dead. Dead Shrugs. What was the name? Dead something. Shrubs, not shrugs. Shrubs. Okay. Why create a folder here? Anyway. Dead shrubs, yep. And now we import, the one that rolls on the dust. No, that's like the desert thing. No, this one is standing still. This one are not rolling. Import mesh LOD. Import textures. Can see what happens. Okay, so import at the moment imported D4K. We will modify this. This one is actually called dead shrubs 2k opacity and 2k opacity, and we take it from here. Okay, this one we will have to reduce. I think 4k is too much. We will go 2k on this guy, and so this will be 2k. Annoying enough. 2k billboard opacity. Okay. And this one we will re-import it as 2k. I don't think we need 4k on that. By the way, these are JPEG. Who is? I mean, anyway. Why you give a 4K texture in JPEG format? Anyway, you want mainly on such a small, right? On such small elements. Have you activated a commercial on Twitch, or they give you some and you can do nothing? No, I think there is a base. Did you see a commercial now? I think I selected the minimum possible commercial, because anyway we don't get any money out of it, so it's like 0.0000, so I can try to disable it completely. But I don't think you can completely disable. I think they still want to have some. Let me see. Creator dashboard. Ads. I can set. This is what I can set. Ads manager is actually off. How many minutes of ads video do you want to run per hour? At the moment is low, so it's the lowest possible. Ad length and frequency. Manual. I cannot put it lower than this. And if I put it automatic, it's doing the same. 0.5. Can I even change this? No, I cannot even change it. And there is a control, but you cannot drag it. Probably because it depends on this. Yes, if you do this, then it becomes yeah, exactly. Keep pre-roll ads on my channel. Disable pre-rolls, yeah, so you don't get them when. Enable dashboard notification and be alerted when pre-rolls are enabled or disabled. Stream display ads. Enable to run stream display ads on your channel. I don't know what is stream display ads actually, but let's turn it off. If you disable this setting, you will not generate any ad revenue from stream display ads. Fantastic. Revenue share, whatever. Okay, like this is the minimum possible, but it was already pretty much the minimum already, Hula. Now it's probably even lower, but pretty much like it was. Less than that I cannot put. Okay, so there is a 2K. So we re-import this. Okay, so there is 2K. There is 2K. There is 4K. I don't think this needs 4K at all. I mean, this thing is basically invisible, right? But let's keep it 4K a second until we see the result, and then okay, obviously the import did not work because it created 4 elements instead of creating 1 element with so maybe the specs changed for Unreal. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. Maybe it changed. No, let's ask Claude, it's easier. I need to import from Blender a mesh into Unreal Engine with LOD. What are the most up-to-date instructions? I have instructions of a few years ago and do not work. Yeah, it seems that our guide is probably outdated because it didn't work. It didn't work. Strange, because I don't think they changed this format. It's pretty crazy if they changed this format. I have my custom property. It's called fbx_type, and the value is LOD group, and then I have the same name, right? With 4 elements below, so I don't know. Importing static mesh LOD using FBX. Okay. Select all meshes from the base LOD down the last. Yeah, but this is for what? No, I mean I need it for Blender, bro. Not for Maya or 3ds Max. Huh? What do you mean? Please. Don't do anything stupid. The workflow changed when Blender moved past 2.7. Group tick was removed. The FBX exporter reworked. There is the current procedure to work with Blender. Okay. Modular then create 2 4.0 import version. No. Name each LOD object exactly. LOD 0, LOD 1, LOD 2, LOD 3. So my asset LOD 0 is yeah, this is what I did. On every LOD, apply all transform. Okay. Add an empty as a parent. Add empty plane axis. Name it with LOD prefix. Ah, they changed it. Yeah, they changed it. So this is not valid anymore. So it should be LOD underscore. And at this point, this property doesn't seem to do any... Okay. So they changed it, boys. Yeah, the last time I exported LOD was a long time ago, I guess. Years back. Nope, it's not working. Jesus. Let me just double check that I had LOD, import LOD checked. Static mesh LOD group. Import mesh LOD, yes. Import mesh LOD. Auto compute LOD screen size. Yeah, that's fine. It's not working. It's not working. LOD underscore. I can try to remove this property. I don't know if this property is making any difference, but I don't think so. Can remove custom properties. That is annoying, eh? If we cannot import, that is annoying. Import all, maybe? No, it's creating separate meshes. Shit. Okay. Select the LOD first, then the empty last, then control P the object. Yes, that is what I did. Select MP and all its children. File export FBX with this setting. Include limit to selected object. Object type empty plus mesh. Probably is not exporting the empty mesh. Wait. Let's try again. Maybe it's not exporting the empty. No, the empty is selected. Empty and mesh. Smoothing face. Combine mesh is off. No, combine mesh is off, no. Can I check in the FBX if there is the LOD father? No. If I search here LOD underscore D, yeah, definitely is here. So the father is here. So yes, it is exported. It is exported. Ah, shit. Click import all. Bro, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Previous one was better, actually. At least it was working. At least it was working. Remove the generate, build reverse index buffer, generate light map, one convex all per UCX, combine meshes no, transfer vertex to absolute, import mesh LOD, compute weight normal, import convert scene, okay. Override full name. No, I will remove this. Maybe this was the one messing up. Minimum number of LOD. Well, I hope you get it from the file, right? Import all. Jesus. Yeah, the previous system was so nice. Was always working. Why they had to change the system? I don't know. If I do number of LOD3, what happens? The same. Exactly the same. Yeah, and it's creating the LOD if I do that. Which is exactly what I don't want. Shit. Jeez. I mean, I can re-add the custom property, but FBX type string LOD group. Let me just save it as something else. I want to see if it makes any difference. Just to be sure that I'm importing the right one. Yes, I am. Import mesh LOD. No, it's not working. Fuck. It's not working. Okay. The issue is that Blender between FBX doesn't write a proper FBX load group node from a plain empty parent. Aria only auto detects LOD when it sees the specific node type in the FBX. Regularly empty becomes transformed. Why? Huh? It is exactly what I have. I have the LOD group. FBX type, right? On the LOD shrubs, yeah. On the LOD shrubs, I have FBX type. Oh fuck! It was missing a T actually. It was missing a T. It was actually missing a T, my boys. Okay, well, that's good. Maybe it works now. Ah, jeez. It doesn't work. And combine meshes, combine mesh is off. Jesus Christ, why so hard to do something that should be automatic? Jesus, why? So my guide was basically saying the same, with the only difference that it was called LOD group at the end instead of LOD group at the beginning. That was the only difference. Am I exporting custom properties? Yes. Pa para pam pa para pam. No way. Well, by the way, why he names them so stupidly? Please. Let me try to export only LOD because they have the same material, right? Let me export only the first three that they have the same material and see if it's making any difference. Importing issues are super annoying. No, I'm still creating two. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's check again the documentation here. 'Unreal Engine import mesh with LOD. Five, 7. All meshes are now grouped under LOD group. LOD group 1, LOD 0, LOD 1, LOD 2. Can I go back to Unreal Engine 5.4? Yes, I can. FBX 2022. FBX 2020. So when I export, do I choose the version or not? I don't think I choose the version now. Why there is no Blender? That's super stupid. But anyway. For example, here is called create LODs. And here is called completely differently. LOD underscore group. LOD underscore 0. I don't know. I'm trying random stuff. Hey, if we cannot import the LOD properly, it's really a problem. It's really a problem. It's always creating 4 meshes. It's always creating 4 meshes. Jesus Christ, why is so annoying, this freaking thing? Why? Trying different combinations, but he's always creating four things. Jeez, why I have to waste my time on this? Why I have to waste my time on this? Jesus Christ, cannot import. 2026, Unreal Engine 5.7, cannot import a freaking LOD. Can you believe it? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, really. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Why these guys are having Maya and 3ds Max only in the Unreal Engine base documentation? I mean, I mean, everyone is using Blender anyway. I mean, there are millions of people using Blender, millions of people. Okay.
Ogni gatto è incredibilmente unico. Soddisfa
Oh
le
yes,
sue
every
esigenze con
cat
la
is unique. Shit, also the advertising.
AKA LODs, not a problem. Now if you're in Blend, Shift A and create an empty. Name it whatever you want, then under the Object tab, go down and make a new type of variable, turn it into a string, and name it FBX type. And then set the default to LOD group. Then make sure it says LOD group down here. Then go to the lowest poly version of your weapon, Control C and Control V twice to create two more versions. Make sure they are named LOD 0, 1, and 2. Then you want LOD 0 to be the highest poly version of your weapon. And then you want 2 to be the lowest poly version of your weapon. I just use subdivision to get the different levels of poly, but you can do it however you want. Make sure you apply all the subdivisions. Now you should make sure that they all share the same material. Once you see they do, then select them all, hold Shift and select the empty, and Control P to parent them. From here, go to File, Export.
This guy didn't name it differently here though. So basically he has the group named as the object, and he has the, so it's not that the, yeah, so he has it like this, right? So the group, okay, let me try like this. Jeez. No, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. It's not working, it's not working, I don't know why.
P to parent them. From here, go to File, Export, FBX, check the selected objects, and then hold Shift and also make sure the empty and custom properties are enabled. We're gonna change Smoothen to Face, name it whatever you want, then in Unreal,
It's not working for me, I don't know why. FBX type, LOD group. I don't know if I parented it wrongly. I don't think you can parent anything wrongly, but what he said, Control P, no?
hold Shift and select the empty and Control P to parent them. From
Yeah,
here,
Control P. So it's the same thing that I did. Same thing that I did. Do you think he's suffering from the name that is a name with a lot of underscore or whatever? I mean, I can rename them without underscore. I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't know what to think. In theory it should work, right? Let's say the only difference is that one of them have a different material, right? While the guy, so this is why I'm selecting only this without the last one. Custom property, empty and mesh, selected object. Geometry face. Let me see if he's saying anything special in Unreal.
File, export, FBX, check the selected objects, and then hold shift and alt are name it whatever you want. LODs is set to true. Then import it and make sure that the import mesh LODs is set to true. Then double click the mesh to open it, and under search type distance, disable the auto compute LODs, then search custom and enable custom LODs, and then search screen. And here you will decide the distance that each level of detail kicks in. On the left side you will see this thing called screen size, and this represents how much space on the screen your object occupies when the player is looking at it. Obviously, the smaller the screen space, the farther it is away. So
No, it's not working. At least it's not working for me. I don't know why it's not working for me. It's not working for me. It's still giving the three meshes. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have no idea. I have no idea. Was he using LOD 0 or not? Yeah, he was using LOD 0, right? He was having
1 and 2.
LOD 0, LOD 1, LOD 2. I can try with a cube and say. Let me just see how he added the empty, but I think he added the empty.
Then shift A and create an empty.
Yeah. I did add empty plain axis, right? It's the same thing that I did, so it's identical basically. It's identical. Not the opposite. Yeah, like that. Uh-oh, this custom property is on the world, is not on the object. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's it, guys. That's it. We discovered why it's not working. Because the we were setting it in this tab, right? And this tab is actually on world, is not on object. So the custom property was on yeah, that's it, 100%, that's it.
Just do it!
FBX type. I'm trying to do it, but it's not freaking working. Okay, now it will work, I think. Let's see. It's good that I tried with another object, because that made me realize that he was actually using the word custom properties and not the let me just remove texture that I imported like 20 times now. Ah, yes, now. It worked now. It worked now. Wait, but why we see this shit? Oh, okay. Yeah. In theory, should have auto-computed the distance, but it's a bit strange, huh? What? Screen. Screen sides. We have two materials, but it's correct actually. Yeah, but why is he immediately switch? Yeah, but why is he immediately switching to that? I don't understand. I mean, he's switching to that so early, right? Screen is under LOD 0. Wait a second.
Search custom and enable to make sure that the import mesh LOD. Double click the mesh to open it, and under search, type distance, disable the auto compute LOD.
Disable the auto compute LOD distances. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but why I only see LOD 0?
LODs, then search custom and enable custom.
Custom. Ah, okay, now we see them all. Screen sides. Screen sides 1. Huh? Ma no. That is completely fucked. Yes. Ah, but even less than that, boys. I mean 0.4. I mean on screen. I mean, so you will basically never see it big. Even less than that. But way smaller. I mean, it should be 0.05. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Better. Like, this is way better. Sorry, it's without texture, so it looks a bit stupid, but so the textures are so the textures, right? So this would be dead shrubs material. And this will have... Didn't I do this already? I have a feeling I did this already. Wait a second. I did it in the temp directory, I think. Right. Ztemp... Yes, exactly. I did it here already. Well, I mean, okay, anyway. I have the too much. Oh fuck! I moved something. That's nothing. I moved something that was not was not supposed to be moved. This guy. Okay, so this will be dead shrubs, mat. No, billboard. Billboard mat. And this will be huh? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm messing up a bit, but I will hopefully recover soon. Okay, there is the billboard one, right? Because everything is called billboard, so it's a billboard. And so there is a billboard based color. Yeah, exactly. And this one is no billboard, so it's just base color. Okay. Okay. Now the opacity, we don't need this. The opacity, we only have this two, right? One is, okay, one is this and one is there is a bit of renaming and fixing and doing, but I think now we are on the right track, boys, huh? Finally. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now okay, now my guy is this guy. No. My guy is not this guy. My guy is this guy. And I need to assign for the billboard. So this one here and this one here. Jesus, bro. Why 3 doesn't have opacity? Huh? What? Wait a second. Sorry, can I force 1 second the LOD 3? Why it looks so shit? Because well, first of all, because it's not two-sided. And second of all, because the amount of stuff is too much. Well, not two-sided, we can make it two-sided, but I think we'll become too busy. I mean, this we can make two-sided, right? If we want. But it is a good idea. It becomes very busy. I mean, it becomes more busy than the original. You see? You see how busy it becomes, right? It becomes like super busy. Becomes super busy. It becomes super busy because the because this thing is so much, right? It's so much. You see, it's so much. It's so much in the middle. So this is how it's been designed, pretty much. Or we kill the lower level, right? Or we kill it. We can kill it, but it's a bit of a pity. But I think it's making it look worse than what it should be. Now, maybe on the desert will not be very visible, right? So maybe that. Yeah, you see how much it pops, right? How it pops at a certain point. It pops in so much. It really pops. It really pops in distance, right? So the way to fix it will be... it's not very easy. The way to fix it will be to basically reduce this thing to have less, right? To have less less white. But doing it manually is nearly impossible, right? Doing it manually is nearly impossible. I don't know, boys. Or we kill the last one, and so instead of, because the problem is that if we kill the last one, right? The last one is 10 triangles, right? And his brother is 255, right? No, it's 500, right? It's 500. So 500 is really a lot. 500 is really a lot. 500 is really a lot. And okay, we have no choice. We have no choice. The only choice would be that I go here and I remove a lot of this red, a lot of this white, right? I remove a lot of this white so it doesn't pop as much. We may also not make it double-sided, but if I don't make it double-sided, right? Which, by the way, doesn't look like this here, because here we are using full transparency. Well, maybe that's a solution though, wait. You know what we can do? In this, we can use translucent instead of masked, and this will make it way harder to see. Fuck, it still pops. How is it possible? No, because it didn't save. Wait. It didn't apply. Yeah, in fact now with the transparency it doesn't pop. You can see, well, it pops up a bit though. I mean, it's very hard to see, but okay, let's leave it like this. So we keep the 10. We need to see how it looks in game. I don't know. At the moment, this is like completely black background. and it's not very easy to I can change it, I guess, but fine. Let's keep it like this. Okay, so if now I want to use this guy as if I want to use this guy as a new foliage, right? I mean, we will do the other ones as well, but I want to start with one and see how it looks, right? So if I save all of this, and now I create a foliage type, right? I need to create a foliage type. So the foliage type is created from this, but I need to wait. Exactly. So I don't remember exactly how to do it, but basically you have to create a new foliage type. Why is saying grass type? No, not grass type. Static mesh foliage is the name. Static mesh foliage is the name. Static mesh foliage. Okay, this one. And this one we will call it foliage type, right? Okay. And now in foliage type, we have to select our guy that is here. And now here there are a bit of considerations to do, but we don't really care at the moment. Okay, so if I save this guy, and then I go and then I load my desert, right? I load my desert, and now I add this foliage type, and we go, for example, we go here, right? We go here, and I go in foliage mode, and I add a new foliage, and I add my shrub thingy, right? That now is added somewhere. Yeah, I don't know why it's basically invisible, but okay. Okay, so if now I paint this, what happens? Okay. It's not okay. It was just loading. Now I don't know why it's so dark. Why so dark? I think it's casting shadows or something. I think we should remove probably the cast shadows. I think there is a shadow thingy. Yeah, cast shadow we should remove. It's not making any difference. Override materials. No, we want to use the same material. Why so dark? Doesn't make any difference. Whatever I do, it doesn't make any difference. Surface or volumetric? Is it because the level has not been relit, or there is cast shadow and receive shadow, no? I don't know, it seems to me that... I mean, first of all, it's too small, but the sides we can change it, right? So at the moment, the scale of this thing is a uniform scaling from 1 to 1, right? While we want this to be, I think 1 should really be the minimum, and I think the 1.5 should be the maximum, maybe. I mean, from distance you can actually barely see it. Well, you see it more. You see it even more from distance because there is that billboard. You see how the billboard is popping? I don't really like that, by the way. I think we will kill the last. LOD. I think is annoying. I think it's very annoying. Yeah, but I don't want to have it that dark. I mean, there's no way this thing is going to be this dark, right? I'm just trying to understand why. Why so dark? If it's a problem with the material, that actually the material is dark, and so, but if the material is dark, we can boost it. For example, I see that these materials on these plants, right, are super white, are super bright, right? So these are super bright. Add water. And no, but I want them to be dead. It's a desert at the end, right? It's a desert, so... maybe this thing is just too dark. Maybe this thing is just too dark. We can change it. We can have a brightness of 5. Yeah, brightness 5 actually helped. They are definitely I mean, they are still dark, but less dark than before. Yeah, like this, I think is I think like this is the way. By the way, why we have this freaking kind of grass in the desert? I never understood this. Why we have this thing? I mean, it makes no sense to have a to have this in the desert. By the way, I think that our thingy should move a bit, no? I mean, the same way this moves. I don't understand why we have this thing here. Where is this thing coming from? I think it's coming from the landscape. I don't think it's coming from the foliage. I think it's a landscape. I think it's a landscape setup. The problem is... I don't even even know. Searching the desert layer info. Yeah, this thing, right? Desert layer info. I don't know which of the two is actually used. Oh well, this one is used. And this one is not used. So in theory, okay, I will not delete it because I don't know if it's used, but this one is the one that in theory is doing stuff, right? Texture layer, desert layer name. No. But it is not our landscape material. I think we have a landscape. I think we have a landscape. Yes, I think we have probably this one. No? I think it's this one. The problem is I don't remember what you decide, but there is a way to decide, right? There is a way to decide. Yeah, grass type, right? Grass type enable disable. Enable grass, landscape layer sample, enable grass true false. So there should be on the, but I don't remember if it's on the layer, where is that? There should be a way to say if on that particular layer, there is grass or there is no grass. Right? But I don't see the variable here. So where is that variable? Where is that variable, my boys? Let me see if I documented something because I have a deja vu. Landscape. I think I documented something because a long time ago I had the same problem. How landscape is set up. Exactly. How landscape is set up. In the outline we have a landscape object. If you click on it, okay, so everything starts from here, right? Everything starts from this landscape object, and this landscape object is linked, okay, nice, to the MI landscape material, right? So this is actually the landscape that we are using, the landscape material we are using. Enable grass is here, right? Enable grass is actually here. The problem is that enable grass is everywhere. So if I remove enable grass dry, yeah, he went away. He went away. The problem is that if I do it this way, I'm removing it from every possible dry, right? So we have to understand grass dry, desert. Grass dry. Enable rocks, enable slow, enable rocks, enable snow rocks. Grass dry. Yeah, because grass dry should actually be, I don't know if I agree that the desert, right? That the desert should have the grass dry. I think it's very weird. I mean, in other parts, I would say yes, but where there is sand and dunes, I don't think so. I mean, like, I mean, even here, right? Even here, there is why is changing color so much? Even here, I think it makes little sense. Where it makes sense is probably, yeah, exactly, is here, right? So if there is a part of grass dry, is this grass dry? Yes. So here it makes sense, right? Here I think it makes sense because anyway the land is kind of dry but it's still grassy, right? I think it still makes sense, but on this one, which is pure desert, right? Which I think this one is called what? It's called desert. So we have desert, beach, and dunes. Desert, beach, and dunes. On those three, I think the grass should really not be there. Grass, beach, grass. No, sorry. Desert, beach, and dunes. But how do I do that? It's not here because these settings are global. I think the only way to change it is I don't know if it's changeable in the grass layer, in the layer info, but I don't see it, right? So probably the answer is no. I think it can only be changed in the landscape material. But I don't see. For example, I don't see beach and dunes, right? I don't see dunes. So how do you? Grass type enable disable. Grass type enable disable. So if I remove desert from here, but the problem is that this goes into a specific, right? It goes into a specific grass dry. And I think there is probably even a threshold. I think if I remove it from here, I remove it from everywhere. While I would like... there is also remove procedural. Yeah, but I don't want to paint everything remove procedural to remove it, right? I think that's a bit stupid. So does it mean that on everything else it is automatically enabled? I don't understand this, right? Can you explain me this? I don't understand what is happening here. So it's saying there is a sample layer, there is a landscape layer, and here there is a value of 0. Why 0? Enable grass. There is a parameter. So if enable grass is true, okay, these ones are only the one that you see. These ones are only the ones that you see here, right? Those parameters are here, these ones, right? Those parameters are these 4. So basically that is only saying that if enable grass is true, right? If enable grass is true in that switch, you will use this. If not, you will use 0. Yeah, that is the only thing that he's saying, right? That is the only thing that he's saying. So it's a very simple setting here. But then, how is then this used based on the... How is this intersected with the... How it is intersected with the layer info? That is what I don't understand. So how does he know, right? How does he know that grass dry is associated to desert and grass is associated to the other layer, right? So this is what I don't understand. Maybe let me see if in my notes, all the parameters include visibility, raw grass, etc. The actual mesh is a part of landscape grass type of a special object contained the mesh is density, cultivation, etc. M landscape is a special node called land grass of type landscape grass of type landscape grass output. In the detail panel of this node, there are all the landscape grass type linked with a name. This is exactly what I was searching. Wait. In the M landscape, what? In the M landscape, in the detail panel, huh? I don't see that. What did he say? Grass type. Grass dry. Grass rocks, snow. Grass types. LG grass. LG grass type. LG grass type. LG grass type. Override material. Grass density. Now, because it is saying exactly what I need, right? M landscape has a special node called landscape grass. M landscape has a special node called landscape grass. Yes, this one, right? This one. It's this one. Of type landscape grass output. Well, I don't know how do you see the type, but here it is. Landscape grass output. Yes. In the detail panel of this node, there are all the landscape grass type linked with the name, which is the name of the layer. So is referring to this, right? Which is the name of the layer. Grass, gas dry, rock, snow. Yeah, but there are only 4. Where are all the others? Where are all the others, right? Where are the where is the desert, for example, right? Where is the desert? So what is this telling me? This is telling me that grass is using algae grass. And algae grass, okay, algae grass is basically the actual mesh, right? But I was expecting here to see the list of terrains that it was associated to, but it's not. So I mean, we only have 4 elements here, but we have like 10 different name grass. You see this name grass, name grass, layer info, grass, layer info, desert. But in the layer info, I don't have that information though. In the layer info, right? There is nothing. You see that in the details here there is nothing. So I understand that the name grass dry, but I would like, for example, desert to have nothing, and beach to have nothing, and dunes to have nothing. So where do I do that? Where do I do that? Grass dry. I'm surprised that here we have desert, right? I don't understand why here we have desert. Desert. So we have grass, enable grass. Then here we have grass dry, desert. Add this to this. If grass dry is enabled, right? This is what I don't understand. Should I just delete this? But if I delete this, right? I mean, if I do this instead of that, I think it will mess up a lot of stuff. Do you think it will go away? Didn't move an inch. It didn't move an inch. I mean, I can remove procedural. If I remove procedural, right, in this area, then it's going away. But my question is, how does he know, right, that he has to apply this here? You see that this is different, right? This is a different mesh, right? It is a different mesh than... No, this one is the same. But if I go dunes, is this always the same? Maybe it's always the same. Uh-oh, no. Now you see that here is obviously grass dry, right? There is a different one. There is a different one. So there is a different one. Yeah, here is way more green, way more busy. And here on the dunes is... I mean, now we removed it. I don't know. Huh? Did I change something or... I'm confused now. Did we manage to remove it or did I click on something and then we remove it? Because like here, for example, we have it, right? And there is dunes, I think. So why this dune says it? This dune says it. This dune says it. This dune says it. And the other dune was not there for the other dune, right? Like here it doesn't exist anymore. Well, actually probably because here is a mix. It's a mix of red. Because here is a mix of red. It's a mix of desert. So there is a bit of desert into this. And this is triggering the grass dry, right? But I don't understand how... I mean, if I don't have desert here, right? I don't know. Let me ask the AI because I don't freaking understand this. Maybe the AI knows. Brushify anyway. I'm using Brushify material or my Unreal Engine landscape, right? But I have the desert with grass dry. I have the desert with grass dry mesh being displayed, while I would like to remove it. I don't want to use remove procedural layer, but just fully remove it. But just fully remove it when desert layer is present, right? I cannot find the place where Brushify associates the desert layer to the grass dry. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, I have only that picture, but that picture doesn't tell me. Also because if I remove it, right, it doesn't make any difference. I removed it here. I only said grass dry, but then who is saying grass dry to which layers is applied? This is what I don't understand. Where is that? You actually already found it. It's right there in your screenshot. Look at the middle left group. The grass dry landscape layer and the desert landscape layer sample both feed into an add node, and the add node output goes into enable grass dry switch through pin. That's the code of Brushify summing grass dry desert weight. So there is a pen, that's the fix. You have two clean options. Grass only on grass dry, never on desert. Delete the connection from desert to the add node, just plug grass dry. It is what I did. It is exactly what I did. I mean, it didn't see it, but it is what I did, right? So I removed this. But it doesn't work. I still have it here in my desert. I removed it, but it's not working. That is the first thing that I did, actually. That is the first thing that I did, but it's not. Ah. So I think that this I think is defining only the types, the available type, right? So this is defining that there is a grass dry, rock, snow, right? But then is not saying. Maybe I should screenshot the left panel as well. The enable grass dry is a static switch parameter which is compiled time on all on a per pixel, and we'll actually decide where grass dry mesh spawn per pixel is the Wire going into the grass to pin on the landscape grass output node. This wire passes through the subtract node first. The subtract node and override system. The B input is when the thing should happen. That's what is no rock way to subtract it. Desert need to go in there too. Drag a new desert landscape layer sample node. Look at the subtract node feeding into the grass dry pin. Look at the subtract. Which, by the way, I have no idea where this is coming from, but... Do you understand this? Drag in a new desert landscape layer sample that I had it already, but I don't even know how to paint this. I can take it back from where it was, right? So we had it here. Okay, desert landscape layer, whatever, right? So it's saying drag in a new. Okay. Look at the subtract feeding into the grass dry, which is this guy, right? Which is this guy. So its B input is probably already as another wired layer. Yeah, we have something else going into B, so we cannot do that. If B is empty, no, it's not empty. If B already has something, drop an add node. It's exactly this one, bro. It is how it was before. Before it was like this. But it doesn't work. Drop an add node, feed the existing wire, which I don't know which one is it. The existing wire, which one? Plus your new desert sample into the add node. Then feed the add into the B. No, but the B, bro, the B is coming from this mess. I cannot change this. Right? I cannot change this. So there is the remove procedure. The remove procedure pretty much is doing... wait. Wait. We can just copy the remove procedural. Yes. If we copy the remove procedure... I mean, the remove procedural is working the same way, right? So... Wait, so if I have remove procedural, so if now I'm going to do damages, I know, but if I push this right into my add, and then this add into B, and now is my desert, right? Basically, I'm saying, I mean, it's very similar, right? I'm saying, if there is desert, don't do that. I don't know, let me see. It should go away. The grass should disappear in theory. It didn't. It's kind of strange though, because I mean, if the remove procedure works, right? If the remove procedural works, the remove procedural works for sure because I tested it, right? It is working 100%. The remove procedural is working 100%. If you paint it, it removes, right? If you paint it, it removes this. So is existing, remove procedural, add, and then add goes into my subtract, where this is the B, right? And so what I'm saying here is, Do I need another subtract maybe instead of a... No? I mean, logically it seems to be the way I did it, it seems to be identical to this, right? Seems to be identical. Seems to be identical. Because remove procedural is going into the add is going into the subtract. And so here, the desert is going to the add, and the add is going into the subtract. So logically it seems to be identical, right? Let me just do something to see if I do this, right, for a second, does this grass becomes the new grass or not? That is a bit weird, huh? There is something not. There is something not. There is something not. Because what I'm is it not refreshing maybe? I don't know. Because what I'm saying here is that on grass dry, I would like to see, I would like to apply it when grass is in, right? And not in other cases. I don't understand. I don't know if this is changing in real time or not. Or you have to reopen it or something. I don't know. I mean, in theory, should not, right? But it feels that whatever I do here is not changing, or this one is not the material used, or seems to be a bit weird, right? Should I try to disconnect stuff and see what happens? Grass dry. But there is another grass dry down here though. It never goes away. It never goes away. No matter what I do. Is this dry material? I don't know. It's a bit strange, right? Whatever change I do is not... M-landscape. Reference viewer. M-landscape is using MI landscape, and MI landscape is used everywhere. So is this one 100%? I think. Is this one? But I'm doing pretty heavy changes, right? And it's not changing. I mean, I can do this, value 1 for disable. It's still not winning. I don't understand. Enable grass dry. If I remove this, right, and I say that is 100% false. Switch parameter per session takes 2 input and output. The first, if the value of the parameter is true, the second otherwise. Okay, so if I put this to 0, right, because it's value 0 if it's false. And bro, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. No matter what I do, it doesn't go away. I did something now that broke it, I guess. No. I mean, it doesn't make any difference. Whatever I do, it doesn't make any difference. What the fuck? It doesn't make any difference. Whatever I type, it doesn't make any difference. How it is possible? You have to reopen the level or what? That's very strange, huh? Did I say anything here? No. I don't understand what is going on, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I change the mesh here, it will actually change it, right? So if I change this, right, and I put it to our dead tree, right? Yeah, you see now the grass becomes dead. So I think find it very dark, but anyway. So this setting is definitely the right one, right? So LG grass dry is the one that is applied. But you see that we don't have a desert, right? We don't have a desert. We have beach though. Wait a second. We have beach. Beach. Beach is actually empty. Okay. So if I duplicate this and I call it LG Desert, do you think it will? No, but I mean, where is this associated to? I don't know. I think I'm missing some pieces here. This LG Beach is not associated to anything. So how can it even work? It's not associated to anything. While my grass dry, it is associated to all of this, right? So beach is not associated. Why? Beach is not associated to my landscape. I mean, for sure it is. We have a beach. Here it is, right? We have a beach thingy. We have a beach layer info. But I think that this one thing is the grass type. One thing is the layer info, and this is what is confusing me. I think. Grass type. Grass dry goes into M landscape, while beach doesn't go anywhere. And we have seen that grass dry is connected here, right? So if I mean, obviously, if I remove grass dry from here, right, it will disappear, I guess. No? Is it grass? No. You see that whatever I do here is making zero difference. This is what I don't understand. So it's like if this association is not the right association, right? It's like if this makes no difference. It's like if this makes no difference. So let me paint a sec. Well, if I paint now, I will have to. I don't know. It's too late anyway, guys. I cannot resolve this, but I will try to resolve it. Okay. I think I need to understand better how this thing works. At the moment, I'm a bit confused about it, and I still think that our plants are one, a bit too small. I mean, obviously, I cannot have grass dry. You see, if I do this, this changes immediately. So definitely grass dry, this thing is used, right? Is used 100%. I just don't understand the association between this and our landscape. So ore is in the landscape itself. Let me see. Is it here somewhere? I don't see it, right? Landscape streaming proxy. Landscape streaming proxy. Hey, no, because it's going. But if I remove landscape material out, this thing is not changing, right? I think it's not refreshing. For whatever reason, until you save everything, is not refreshing. But I don't want to save the changes that I did now because I just, they were just tests, right? So I don't want to save any of this. The only thing that I want to save is probably... The only thing that I want to save is my shrub, right? Huh? So the only thing I want to save probably is these three things. Everything else is all under temp. And landscape material we don't save, right? Now the actual landscape also don't want to save. So I will save like this and just reload everything. Okay guys, I have to go. I don't know, I wanted to do this thing, but did we really progress? Well, we made this thing, but do I like it? I don't know if I actually like it. It is I mean, here it looks pretty good, right? In this, you see here it looks pretty good. But then when I drop it into the game and it's getting shadows, right? It's kind of shitty actually. It's too dark. You see? I mean, it's really receiving light, right? And it's basically shadowing himself, right? It's shadowing itself. This is what is happening. It's shadowing itself. So, or we remove the... but I don't even know. I mean, we can say unlit, but unlit, I think unlit will do damages. Yeah, basically unlit makes it invisible. No, unlit is impossible. I don't know why this thing looks, maybe it's because is receiving light from the back. But you see that even if I rotate it completely, right, it's still casting shadows on itself, right? It's casting shadows on itself. That's pretty evident. Cast shadows. But if I remove cast shadows, it's not making any difference. Maybe when it's relit. If I add a cube with the same material, what happens? If I add a cube with the same material, I don't know. I still feel it's very dark. Maybe me, but I already have the brightness at 5. I can do it at 10, but at 10... I mean, we destroy it, basically. His normal color would be like this, right? But it's completely black, right? So... like this, it becomes completely black. This thing bothers me so much. Why? We need more specular, or I don't know, man. But if I add more specular, it becomes basically reflective, completely reflective. Doesn't change shit, by the way. I think it's just shadowing itself. I mean, it looks like the ambient occlusion is wrong or something else is wrong. I don't understand this. Hello, Marcelo. Can you make it cast but not receive shadows? I don't want him to cast shadows as well. I mean, he's a bush, so, and he has a lot of transparency, right? So we don't want this thing to cast shadows. But yeah, it is super dark. I mean, even the cube is super dark, right? I think there are just certain textures that are just dark. And I mean, even if I make the brightness, right, 10 times brighter, I mean, 10 times bright, well, now it is bright, I would say. Yeah, but you see that this is casting shadow in itself. I mean, it's pretty evident, right? Like there are certain, yeah, like this one, yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, It's probably possible, right? But I don't know how to do it. So the problem is that if I remove the light, receiving light, then at night it will be lit, right? I think it's casting shadows on themselves. Yes, I think this is what is going on. But can I look at how freaking dark it is? And in the when I see it separately, right? But here is fully lit, right? When I see it here, no. When I see it here, right? You see? That is how it looks in the editor, in the normal form, right? But I don't know, and it is actually set as lit, right? Lit. So I think it's just my directional light, right? So I think it's just getting the normal directional light from the sky and he's casting shadow on himself. I mean, I think it's just what is classic. I like how the AI is always considering everything classic, normal, typical, you know. But anyway. Classic foliage chef shadowing problem. The mesh editor uses simple preview lighting rig, basically skylight per ambient, so fallback bracing. In your level, the directional light. Yes, it's directional light, I know. The directional light eats one side and everything twigs casts shadow into the twigs behind it. Plus, thin branches don't transmit any light, so you end up with the dark silhouette you are seeing. The fixes. Switch the material shading model to two-sided foliage. Switch the material shading model. Yeah, because I guess I'm not the first person to have this problem, right? I assume it's a shading model. Two-sided foliage. Okay. Oh jeez, it became like white. We should see the left changing soon. Holy moly, why is it so white now? Because maybe because my texture is brightness 10. Okay, let's go back to brightness 1. No, it doesn't make any difference. I mean, it's completely white now. It became like Christmas. Now it became like Christmas. Why? Two-sided shading. It's because I am unmasked. Hey, but I cannot go opaque. I mean, I can go opaque. Let's see what happens, but it's completely white. It becomes completely white. Why it becomes completely white? Is the specular fucking up? Let's go back to the normal value, specular and roughness. It becomes completely white, bro. How can we use... I think this is the right setting, by the way. Two-sided foliage, two-sided through, then plug your base color into the new subsurface wait a second, there is a trick. You have to plug into another place. Wait a second, there is a trick. No, it's still white. It's still fully white, bro. Two-sided foliage, yeah. Is the mask fucking up? I think it's the mask probably fucking up. This makes light scatter through the branches instead of being blocked, which is the real foliage does. Make sure the normals are correct. Bushes is spotted from speed 3 of never normals fucked up. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Okay, I have to go, guys. Keep reading his instruction. Yeah, there is quite a lot. Unfortunately, it's a bit late. I mean, we arrived here a bit late. But I think that this could be the right setting, right? This could be the right setting because I have the feeling that the problem is that it's always super bright. I still have base color, right? Maybe we have to go translucent. Maybe we have to go translucent, right? And now it's always white. Why it becomes all white? Because the base color is white, but I mean, he's still using. You see, he's still using the base. Maybe I have to put it in both. Wait, I have to put it in both. Ah, I have to put it in both. Wait. I have to put it in both. In base color and but wait, maybe we are there. Wait, fuck, completely dark, exactly as before. Didn't make any freaking difference. Didn't make any difference at all. I can go back with my brightness on the texture. Well, with the brightness on the texture, it starts to be a bit better. I have to say. Okay, I will do more tests, but now I really need to go. Yeah, now, wait, now... Now it seems to be more normal, no? Now I think it's... Yeah, probably now it is better. Okay, I don't know why we have some completely white... completely white branches, but fine. I think it became slightly better compared to before. I think now looks like a bush. Yeah. Okay. Have a good night, my boys. See you. No, tomorrow. No, tomorrow is Friday, so I don't know if I'll be able to make a release this weekend. I wanted to make a release, but I also wanted to have my desert look better with these new bushes. I would like to remove this freaking stupid grass that is moving and put better, you know, better bushes like that one, and have many of them and scattered around and whatever, and make the desert a bit nicer. But I will see. Okay, bye. Bye. Have fun. I see you Saturday. Bye. Hey, thank you for watching, by the way. Bye.